Hello everyone, your local serial killer No Miss Yalf here on Madman's Land, and today we're interviewing Nattie Forsyth with a appearance of our very favourite, now over 10k sub YouTuber, Beast.
Yeah. What's up, Beast?
Alright, how about a
LTBeast.
little saying, shall we? LTBeast, introduce yourself for the probable rare amount of people who don't know who you are.
Oh, I'm LTBeast. I do gang shit, y'all gang shit, you feel me? I kill people.
I mean, I do that too, but...
Nah, I do it on the gang shit, you feel me?
You do it for the gang, I do it for the funny.
Yes.
Alright, Nattie Forsyth, care to introduce yourself?
What's up? I'm the elusive Nattie Forsyth. I'm essentially Hitler. And yeah, that's basically it.
Dude, unironically, at one point when I was making smaller videos, like, some guy joined my Discord server just to say I was worse than Hitler for my YouTube videos. Yes,
Seems like a fair criticism.
you're right. I'm worse than Hitler for making edgy content over a guy who killed all the Jews.
I agree.
If you're wrong, don't make it right, really.
Ah, hell yeah, don't mind me. Literally, the serial killer thing got started because I made a video on someone and they dropped by like 3k views in like 4 hours. Not views, sorry, subs. And then people were like, oh, I'm the serial killer of YouTube. And some guy saying I killed his channel, whatever. And then it pretty much just stuck. And now it's just funny to say.
Okay.
It's probably the same with you. You probably got memed as a gangster or whatever, and then you just stuck with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Created it.
we kind of created it. For to be honest, I just started as a
It did
meme
really
board.
bad.
Dude, it's memes. So today we thought we'd interview Nattie Forsyth, mainly because me and LTBeast talked about it, and because there's a lot of allegations going around that pretty much have been milked to absolute fucking death. Literally, I saw this shit like, what, 2-3 months ago, and people are still making videos on it today, so... It was popularized a while ago, and people,
Like
for
5
some
years ago.
reason...
Yeah.
It's fucking dead. Why are people still making videos on this? Like, if I made a video now, I'd get roasted into the ground. And here's the thing. It's just fucking cancer. I wasn't touching that shit with a 10-foot pole, because it's literally just a case of, do you kill the man, or do you push him in front of a train and join him?
Yeah, basically. I'd rather just jump in front of the train myself.
I'd rather just, reboot Auschwitz, yes? Fuck off. I made a meme, whatever, like,
You two gave me 2 strikes over bullshit reasons. I'd be really careful. They seem to
Dude,
have changed.
dude, they have an unironic hat, like, you know YouTube, yeah? I've read their TOS, and I abuse every loophole I can. And because I have Tourette's, and because they've had literal email proof of a diagnosis, they have a habit of hating on my content, age restricting it, and here's the thing, if they age restrict it, doesn't bother me, okay? But they try and strike me, then I go, oh yeah, well this thing you're mentioning that striked me for isn't in the TOS, so you're making up bullshit, and then they instantly retract the strike, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, he's new here. YouTube have a habit of despising me because I somehow am pretty much the only person who read the TOS to abuse it. YouTube hate me.
Yes.
Honestly, if
Yeah.
you...
You just say you got Tourette's and you get away with it?
Well, think of it this way, yeah? I have Tourette's. They have seen literal diagnosis. They have seen the email that I've asked for my... Because I've got a person, yeah? I've got a psychologist. And I asked him if he could give me basically email verification that I have been diagnosed with Tourette's. He sent me an email. I forwarded it to YouTube. YouTube then instantly removed 3 strikes that were getting put on my channel. And this was like fucking, like maybe a year ago. Although, to be honest, I think those memes are dead now. Like, this was
Yeah,
before Neil Mohan, and I'm gonna be honest, if you want to know something bullshit, ever since Neil Mohan happened to be part of YouTube, videos talking about him at all, a lot of them have been randomly removed. I don't know about you, but I don't think it was the content creators doing that. Anyway, so... Well, I don't know about this, but I'll say this. When it comes to YouTube videos, I've seen a lot of videos, even videos dick-sucking Neil Mohan, and they still get removed and striked. Since Neil Mohan has taken over, people have been terminated without warning, which, by the way, is against their own TOS. I've fucking read it. Because they're supposed to give you at least a 24-hour notice that your video will be your channel will be terminated. And since Neil Mohan's taken over, they haven't done that. Based as did not receive a 24-hour notice. Because if you're about to get terminated, yeah, if it's a termination via copyright strike or guideline strike, if it's a copyright strike and that's going to end in termination, they give you, I think it's roughly 48 to 72 hours, depending on what the situation is. But if it's a guideline strike, they give you 24 hours. Now, I only know this because I had a previous channel, which I will leave unnamed, and I appealed in the 24-hour notice, and I succeeded. I ditched the channel for a fresh start, so none of my shit would be deleted. I wasn't pushing the luck.
I got being scared of shit like that.
Like,
I've think just, of it, deleted a ton of videos as well.
Well, think of it this way, yeah? They basically have this thing where within 24 hours, if you're going to get terminated, they notify you. Since Neil Mohan has taken charge, they're not doing that anymore. Despite they haven't changed their TOS yet, or their policy, as they say. Nothing's changed yet, but I imagine that being that Neil Mohan is in charge, it's probably going to change, and it's probably going to be like, oh, well, this happened beforehand, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but Neil Mohan has lied a lot recently.
I haven't looked too much into that, but I wasn't too happy that the CEO changed.
I'll say this. I was happy that Susan is gone, because I'm not a big fan of her. She doesn't like me. And, yeah, when I saw that Neil Mohan was getting put on, I was like, could be something new. Then I remembered, oh wait, this is the guy who literally... If this man was never born, the no swearing policy wouldn't exist. No, I'm not even kidding. I mean, I'm technically allowed to bypass it because I have Tourette's, but that's no excuse. Hey, I swear because I want to. Anyway, so the popularized drama. I would like to say that it's probably better coming out of your mouth than mine. So if you're like would like to do so, would you care to like tell us about the entirety of the drama, the popularization, all that shit, if possible? Like, you know, if you want to.
Yeah, so it started with a guy called like Epic Rico, and he made videos on me in the Roblox community, and after I got like cleared by the police after like an 8-month investigation, he unlisted all those videos, and people just picked it back up. I've been defended by people like Ruben Sim in the community, who's like known for going after predators, and I spoke with Keemstar and Pat God recently about this. I'm not too sure what else to say over and I've been investigated over this. It's been like 5 years and it's been like a non-stop thing. I've been attacked in real life over this and I don't really get when it's gonna end. I feel like people just want me to kill myself and only then they'll be happy.
See,
it's like...
I feel like what's worse is that probably if you killed yourself tomorrow, they would probably be like, oh, we're so sorry, we didn't mean for this to happen, but they'd secretly be smiling behind that fake face.
I feel like they just admit to it.
Dude, legitimately, I'm gonna be honest. If someone like Ducky killed himself tomorrow, I'd be pretty fucking, like, I would say this, yeah? I'd be pretty bothered by the fact that he killed himself, but at the same time, he told me that he didn't tell me directly, but he said he hoped that I kill myself, so to be honest, it sucks to suck. Skill issue. That's gonna seem really insensitive, but... Like, I'm going to say this, that's going to sound really insensitive to some people, but I mean, he said he hopes I kill myself, so if he kills himself tomorrow, sucks to suck, skill issue. Like, you told me that you hope I kill myself, so if you kill yourself, I feel like that's probably just justification.
Yeah, we should clarify which situation that was because Nattie had a lot of situations with multiple different people that were.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
just
say this:
a lot of.
when I saw this whole like popularization, it was Acheeto, and literally every like. It's like when I looked at the Kumo situation, when you look it up, it's always pointing fingers at Kumo. But Asta, the person who's the supposed victim, is a fucking ghost. They don't exist. Their Twitter's private. They have links that go to their Twitter and their tweets, but it's private. Everything's private, so it's a fucking ghost. So when you look up the Kumo situation, it's always Kumo is the villain and Asta doesn't exist. That sort of thing, yeah? So I interviewed him.
Yeah,
We looked through... I interviewed him, we looked through screenshots, that's how me and Kumo sort of became chill, and it's also how me and LTBeast became friends as well, and all the rest, you know. But, the idea was basically, we went through it, we cleared his name, because in all, like, what he did was fucked up, yeah, and nothing he can do will ever justify what he did. What he did was fucked, but compared to what she did, it's fucking nothing. It's like comparing a common thief to a mass serial rapist. That's basically the bet. Like, it's literally a case of this. He's the thief, she's the mass serial rapist. Who's worse at the end of the day? Obviously not the fucking thief. The thief harmed the corporation that he stole from. The rapist has harmed many. But yeah, basically...
It's from big corporations.
I'm just gonna say this. When I was a fucking kid, I stole Red Bull from a shop, okay? So, it's fucking... Someone's thieving. Someone's fucking thieving. It's always happening. You're never gonna see it, though. People get away with it all the fucking time. But, here's the thing. Who would you want in prison more? The guy who stole Red Bull or the rapist? I think I'd rather have the rapist in prison.
Yeah.
The guy that stole Red Bull.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
But, like, here's the thing. That's, like, the best way I can, like, describe it. Basically, Asta acts like the victim and is like, oh, yeah, well, I'm the victim. He said I should cut my name, and I was giggling because I was having a schizophrenic episode. That's what they were saying the whole fucking time. But no, they weren't giggling because of that. Because when I saw some of the screenshots, it's literally her forcing people to cut themselves. Literally admitting, saying... oh yeah, when I made you cut yourself while jerking off. That's literally what she said.
The fuck?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard some of this Kumo shit. I met him in a voice channel, and he was talking about Brion and his stuff.
Yeah,
and
you want to
me
know something
defending
funny?
Brion was actually how Acheeto ended up covering my situation because the DMs of Jalen got leaked, and me and Jalen had like a bit of an argument in DMs. And we ended up making up over it, but we were both saying stuff that we...
Dude, Jalen got banned on Twitter.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
at base trans post. Like, they were being really annoying on Twitter, yeah? And at one point they were like, oh yeah, if you're ever depressed, you should know that it's not okay to commit suicide. And I just posted underneath tweeting saying, fuck off, Jalen, and they actually liked my tweet. But yeah, no, I went through, Jalen actually has been banned on Twitter.
Yeah, there's the
anyway, we were
screenshots.
like, we were like arguing in the DMs, and that got leaked. And then Acheeto covered it and noticed that Jalen was calling me like a pedophile because we were both saying shit that we wanted to like hurt the other person with the most. And that's
honestly,
what she was
if
saying,
I wanted
so.
to be petty, I could just say, what about the fact that Acheeto literally says, what's up all my darkies in all of his videos? And whether you're black or not,
Yeah,
YouTube doesn't care. So, here's the thing.
He's like the whitest person.
Here's the thing. I don't really, like, if you say the N-word and you're saying it as blatant hate speech, you're trying to hate on black people, you're a disgusting fuck. If you're like, hey, yo, what's good, my nigga? That doesn't bother me. If you're like, hey, what's good, my nigga? That's fine. Doesn't bother me. Yeah? You're chill. You're not using it for hate.
Well.
You're not using it for hate. It's just like, yo, what's good, G? It's like, yeah, okay, cool. But if you're using it for blatant hate speech, then yeah, no, that's when it's not okay. Oh
Yes.
my fuck.
Yeah, that's how I've always felt about it as well. Especially with slurs that can apply to myself, like retard, tranny, faggot. I believe all those should be able to be
I'm
used as
assuming
well.
the retard thing is because you've got autism or something.
Yeah.
High functioning?
It's funny though, because I'll still get shit for it sometimes.
Oh,
even though
dude,
people,
I
like,
get
some
called a
people say you can use
retard
it.
daily because of all fucking sorts of shit. And here's the thing. I will gladly take people calling me a retard before I go like, oh, well, I have autism, so I'm the I have autism. I'm never gonna play the victim. If I'm an actual fucking victim, like let's say I get hit by a car, yeah, of course I'm a victim. I'm gonna say I'm a victim in that. But if it's some guy like calling me a retard on the internet, really? No. I don't care. It's a word. Who cares? If someone's calling me the N-word, hard R, oh cool. I'm glad that you are telling a black person hate speech. Thank you very much. That's when it's not cool, but if you're calling me a retard, I don't care. I get called that shit daily. It's YouTube. But
Yeah.
I'll say this, you're probably gonna hear the word retard a lot because people say that so much, and I'm gonna be honest, I say that so much as well.
Yes.
I'm not gonna call you a retard though. Not legitimately. You're fucking No, I'm kidding. But seriously though, like fucking... Honestly, I feel like when it comes to slurs, when you show that you're upset by the slur, they start doing it more. That tends
Yeah, I
to
feel
be
like
the
that's
thing.
like most things.
It's like there's a lot of people who are in Discord servers, and there's like this guy called Lucid. I don't know if you've heard of him. Lucid PZPL. He basically milks DJ Cook's name. It's DJ Cook, but you know I just don't like him because I think he's stupid. He's just boring.
He's white and he has blonde hair.
Yeah, he's just boring. His hair looks like something I would get at a fucking Japanese restaurant. Yes, hello, can I have some of that udon noodle, please? But like, seriously. No, it does. Like, unironically, if I photoshopped that in a bowl, you would think it's noodles. But like, he milks
Probably.
him, and in a server, I was like blatantly trolling, saying, okay, retard, to a guy who was getting offended by it. He's like, I'm offended! And I'm like, okay, retard. Like, I'm blatantly trolling, but like, when you show that you're upset, it only makes it funny, and that's why trolls continue to do it. Pedophiles really got me banned. Sounds about right. Well, I'm gonna be honest, Jalen, you're annoying on Twitter, so I don't...
They say some fucking...
Dude, Jalen is really
weird
annoying.
They say some weird fucking shit.
Dude, I remember Jalen posted a joke image of them, like, doing an Ahegao face, yeah? And then they deleted it, like, what, a minute later? And people started spamming that.
Really?
Fun. Yeah, no, like, fucking, it was, like, for a solid hour, there were people replying in all of their fucking tweets or whatever. I imagine now it's gonna be a lot harder to find because their fucking shit's banned. Unless it's been restored, but, like, from what I've seen, it's still banned. But like,
funny.
people were posting.
Was it even like a good?
It wasn't.
Was it even
No,
like a good
like
Ahegao or no?
no. It was like it's pretty fucking gay, honestly. Like, it wasn't like an actual like some guy who likes trannies would beat off to it. It's not like that. But like, I feel like it was a blatant joke, and then trolls just memed it. Some shit like that. Either that or some fucking well-edited meme. All I'm saying is this shit was funny at the time. Now, from what I've heard on this shit, especially from Acheeto, because in his video he basically regurgitates the same point over and over and over again. I watched the entire fucking video. He just says the same thing over and over again and then refers to your video where, for some reason, you have a deeper voice than you do now. I'm going to either assume that's because of something to do with obvious estrogen, whatever, I don't know, because I'm not trans, I don't know.
Maybe.
But like, maybe you just have a better microphone now, I have no idea.
Yeah, probably.
But, basically, Acheeto's video is just regurgitating the same point and just the same thing over and over again. It's literally that. Not to mention the editing's garbage. Like, the editing is... Like, don't get me wrong, in some of my videos I've got nothing to show up, so there's, like, no editing, it's just gameplay. But, like, even that's not as shit as his.
Yeah,
Yo,
gameplay's not the best.
Acheeto's editing is just boring. Like, it looks like something you would do on, what was it, iMovie? Nigga really
I mean, mine's
fucking
pretty
make it.
basic as well.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. There's basic, and then there's just poor editing. Like, sometimes mine's basic, but if I was going to say what I could say was, like, maybe half of what I can really put myself toward doing, probably the Harley video, honestly. I really put a lot of time and effort into that, but, like, basically, his video was regurgitating the same point, then calling your video shit because you made, like, a joke or whatever to someone you didn't know the age of, and then you were saying it was a joke, whatever, and them going like, oh yeah, well, it's not a joke, you wouldn't have minded if you got child porn. I'm pretty sure it's a case of,
he said that out of nowhere, and then also in the second episode of the podcast that was on my channel with Keemstar and Pat God, I had said something towards the end of it that I was spoke over during, that got clipped a lot on Twitter, and this was like kind of being used as like a got year against me. I said something along the lines of like, and I was saying it semi-ironically, and what I meant by that was, that I was saying it to be funny, but also I wouldn't have minded if I got pics, assuming they were older. But when I said assuming they were older, it was spoken over, and then Acheeto just started screaming, you know, she said we've been okay with getting child porn, and it's not what I said. And it's just kind of annoying to have to constantly address.
Well, like, how old were you when you, like, were talking when you made this joke, exactly?
I was, like, 17 or 18, like, late 17, you know, obviously, early 18. Oh, I'm not too sure.
So, but, like, could I ask what country you lived in at the time during said thing?
The UK.
You lived in the UK, so...
And I was like, I looked into over this for like 8 months.
And they're like, they were like 14, right?
It started out with them saying something sexual, and then I replied saying, "Oh, I thought you were 14," and then other people started putting their ages as well, like guessing ages, like as a joke, like because you know we were making a pedo joke with someone that we didn't even know the fucking age of. Well, they knew, they didn't tell me on purpose. They added them. Yeah, essentially, like, and my initial response was just focusing on like what was said as jokes, because I assumed everyone already knew. I didn't know the age. That's what I said in the group chat. I thought that was like passed on, but no, they intentionally added this person. So that's why my initial response to Epic Rico was just saying it was a joke, it was a joke, it was a joke, because I didn't even fucking realize that the age was a concern. I didn't, because I thought that knowledge was passed on.
I'll say this, obviously LTBeast doesn't have a choice, he's a slave in the matter, so you can't disagree with me. But when me, LTBeast and Coop... No, it's not because you're black.
Okay.
Anyway, basically I was making the joke because, like, in chats we occasionally say, like, edgy shit that's fucked. So, like, in group chats that are obviously, like, private, we say stuff that are edgy memes. Like, oh, we'll say, like, N-word jokes or whatever, or we'll make memes. And it's obviously purely we're just having a fucking joke. Yeah, we're taking the piss. And I'm sure if you were to look at someone like Ducky or Acheeto's private group chats and go in their voice chat, they're probably saying the N-word or some fucked shit as well. Who isn't? It's the internet. When you know you can say anything in the privacy of your friend group, you just say it. You might as well. And...
yeah, that was kind of the thing.
Yeah, that's like... that. Like, I'll say this. You're not fucking too paranoid for that shit. Fuck off. Anyway,
I don't do the fuck shit though.
No, you do. Well, you don't do the gifs. You don't do the gifs. I'm not gonna say anything, okay, Nattie? I'm just gonna say when I say the gifts, it's basically a friend of mine posting gifs that are essentially just gay porn, and he does it purely to laugh at our reactions when we say, "Yo, what the fuck? Delete that shit."
Is it when you certain
big
words?
Big black man, big everything black, everything black.
Yeah, it's basically black, GIF. Like one of them he sent. No. One of the things he literally sent was a GIF. It's like, oh my lord, what is Andrew Tate doing? It's just a guy who looks like Andrew Tate sucking off someone. Like it's basically he posts gay porn GIFs. He fuck off. Dude, I have like I have a GIF somewhere. I'm not gonna try and open my GIFs because I know Discord hates me and occasionally crashes my Discord.
Let's not do this.
No. I wasn't going to send that one. Fuck off. But
It's
like,
kind of bottom G actually.
yeah, but seriously, it's a case of funny, but when you know you can say anything on the privacy of your friend group, you do it. So I can't exactly deny it's a joke, because to an extent, me and LTBeast do that shit all the fucking time with Kumo and the rest. It's just memes. Like, when you know you can just meme, you meme. That's how it is. You just do your memes. So,
Yeah.
I can't exactly... it's sketchy.
I mean, that was years ago. I've also changed, and I don't really partake in those degen groups anymore, but that's kind of the shit I did between, like, the ages of, like, 15 to, like, 18, and stopped at about 19, because it was like, I can't... I mean, the shit I got for it was, like, kind of a big wake-up call.
Yeah,
There's only
I get
a
it.
couple
Paranoia.
of situations that I feel like everybody cared about. It was the sewing situation with like Carl Jacobs in the server, and the
I only
girl
found out that Paul was there later on, and I was like,
But
holy
yeah,
shit.
like, the whole point is basically that in the privacy of a friend group, you feel like you can say anything because you have trust in said person. However, obviously, said trust was wasted because, like,
Basically.
I'll say this, it was a fuck joke because when people get their hands on that shit, they grab it and fucking run. It doesn't matter if you're running the side, like, it doesn't matter if you're about to chase them down with the speed of Usain Bolt, they're still gonna grab it and try and run. So, it was probably not a good joke to make purely for that reason. Now, I probably would make pedo jokes as, like, obvious comedy. Like, I feel like I've probably done that in the past. And it's not a case of me being the pedo joke. It's more like Breon having pimples on his forehead, and because he was exposed as being a pedo with proof, I basically said his forehead spells pedo in Braille. Now, it's very obviously a fucking joke, but he didn't take it that way.
I don't know if you know who Paulo is, but he said the exact same kind of joke earlier today.
Dude, why am I
he's a
not
Roblox
surprised?
YouTuber.
Doesn't Parlo fuck with Brown though? I don't know how that shit was going. They were like in a call.
Like, I made a fucking...
Breon occasionally comes in our VCs and shit, and we talk now and then, but it's not very occasional. And
I'm gonna be honest,
I mean, it's pretty occasional. It's not like
kind of cringe.
You guys fuck with him
frequent.
though? Do you guys fuck with him though?
We're not too sure. We think what he did was really fucking weird.
Well, I mean, he basically did, like...
good.
With you, what was said was, like, maybe could be taken out of context, maybe it's a bit fucked. Like, it was a bit fucked. But at the very same time, over the sense of comedy is subjective. So it's a case of, you could see the comedy in that. I can kind of see the situation, because I've been in a similar situation with that whole, the whole, like, saying what you want in the privacy of a friend group because it's funny. So it's a case of that.
Yeah.
But, like, when it comes to this situation, it's completely
People
stupid.
also, like, just ignore the fact that I also go after predators, and I always have. Like, I make videos on them and shit with hundreds of thousands of views.
I made a
delete
diss
a lot of
track
them
on
because I don't know
Breon
if
for his pedo shit.
I'm gonna get another strike or some shit.
Honestly, you should just do what I did. I got a strike. I made a second channel way before the strike. I just started uploading on there until the strike was over.
Yeah, that's what I'm having to do now.
Fair.
It's just called Nattie V2.
Fair. Honestly, you could probably just decide to change your main and then just, do a swap over. That's what Based As As did, but that was because
people
he was
just make more
terminated.
videos and say that I'm trying to run and shit.
Probably, honestly, because here's the thing. I've
That's
obviously...
why I just stuck with the same name.
Well, like,
there's no point.
There's a guy called Rutrix. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No.
So,
we don't need to talk about him.
Rutrix is considered the Downey of the commentary community, and I didn't say that, but I'm not necessarily disagreeing with it, because he considers himself a commentary YouTuber, but he never fucking talks. He just uses text, so it's not really commentary. Commentary implies that you're commentating over something.
I mean, I've seen a few channels like that. Like Green Loco Cats is a really, really popular channel that used to do that Roblox drama content. Like, people would just fucking still watch though, like hundreds of thousands of views constantly.
It's still weird. Like, I really don't see the entertainment, and the main reason I don't like Rutrix's videos is because it's laggy Fortnite gameplay. And every time I see laggy get like, if it's like one small lag in the gameplay and that's it for the whole video, that doesn't bother me too much. It bothers me for that one moment, and then I get past it like every normal human being. Well, metaphorically. But Rutrix's video, the entirety is just really low FPS, really laggy Fortnite gameplay, and he's making a video on me. And obviously, I've told you about me trolling that one guy going, "Okay, retard," over and over again as a joke. And he's probably he's in the same service. He's probably going to record that and, you know, do his shit. He's actually timed out in my he's joined my server, and I'm not petty, so I'm not going to just fucking harass him or ban him. But he broke a rule, so he's got a week timeout. I'm just waiting for him to leave. He's probably not going to leave though. He's very petty. Also, he made a thumbnail on me and spelled hypocrite wrong, writing it as hickorit.
Yeah, they can't spell anything. Even when they're doing their text, like
half of it is misspelled.
Like that one guy that got big or whatnot. Yeah, half of it's misspelled. So it's like, I don't think that should go on anywhere.
Yeah, no, like the dude's videos occasionally get a few hundred views, and that's it. Literally, like he has 80 subs.
I'm pretty sure they just they go on a bunch of ults and fuck with their shit anyway.
Yeah, no, that's fucking true. They ask all their friends in the servers. Like they mass spam it in other people's Discord servers. They did it in mine, and I just instantly removed that shit. That's what the rule that was broken. But ignoring that and moving away from that, because it has nothing to do with the shit, basically, Acheeto's video was garbage. It was hot garbage. It wasn't because of the topic, because in my opinion, as I said previously, which was what I didn't elaborate on, which I'll elaborate on now, with the Kumo situation on why I brought it up, it's all pointing fingers at Kumo. When you look up you, Nattie, it's the exact same thing. There's nothing on anything else. It's all fingers pointing at you and exclusively you. That's why I didn't want to touch this shit with the 10-foot pole. Literally. That's why I didn't make a video on it. People asked me and I just said I'll check it out, and I didn't. That's literally it. I'm not kidding.
A lot of people fuck with me behind the scenes. Like, they'll all message me on Discord and shit. Literally, so many people in the commentary community, pretty much every single person, and they would all be okay with me. But they would be too scared to speak publicly.
I'm in Yagang, aka LTBeast server, yeah? And unironically, I was in there purely because LTBeast is a bro, and I finally found out what was wrong with Discord. Apparently, it was having a seizure and wouldn't let me join his thing. It kept saying invite invalid, but I found out what was wrong and I fixed it. It's basically Discord being a fuckwit. Anyway, and Rutrix messaged me through that server. And he's just like, your content is dog shit. Yeah, no, you give them the role of annoying asshole.
No, annoying ass nigga. And then they go in the crack house, and yeah. Most members can't see it, but some people like the real nigga role can see the chat, so I just tell them to mute it.
Honestly, that's probably better. I'm assuming the reason you gave him that is because he's just like spamming and annoying people, so now he's just exclusively in that chat.
Yeah, a lot of other people.
Obviously, just
I'm pretty sure they're white.
Dude, I'm not kidding. They've lied like 3 times about themselves. They've said they're 13 to me, which I actually believe. They've said they're a guy to me, and they've said they're a girl to Bastazaz. Like, okay.
They sound like a girl.
Dude, I've never heard their voice.
Yeah, they were like fucking giggling and shit in a call or whatnot.
Dude,
sounded like a fucking.
So Nattie, I have an underage for you. Nah, that's a joke. That's a fucking joke. Breon would be more interested, honestly.
Yeah, maybe he'll feel feeling a bit peckish today. Maybe he'll take the offer.
You know him. He definitely enjoys himself some good old child asshole. Fuck.
My God.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. Literally, his forehead spells pedo in Braille. I made that in a diss track purely for a meme. Then I got striked. And fucking, since I made that meme, everyone's been using it.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell.
I don't know if he was a pedophile. I think he's just a DJ that went a bit too far.
Honestly, when I've looked at it and looked at everything, there's pretty much proof showing that he's basically a groomer. Like, it wasn't like, he was
like 2 years younger. That's the only thing, really.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Like, it's a case of, in my own opinion, if you're if you're like, I don't care about the law. I think it's pretty fucked that a 16-year-old in the UK could basically fuck a 40-year-old. So, in my opinion, by just the law of existence itself, if you are over 18 or 18 in general, if you are 18 or above, fucking with or flirting with someone who is under the age of 18, then in my opinion, technically, you're grooming someone. I don't care about the
17
law.
and 18?
If they're like 17, literally an age under you, you could consider that a case of, they might have been dating beforehand, like some shit like that. They're a year below.
Beforehand, I mean, how much exactly do you have on the 17-year-old as an 18-year-old exactly? You don't have
Well, I'll
loads
say
of
this.
money.
I'll say this. Yeah, let's say I'll say this. When I was in high school, I was 17. I was dating a 16-year-old. Yeah, if it's that sort of thing, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, if you are a fucking 18-year-old on the internet dating someone who is 17, yeah, as long as it's not actually a desperate, obvious fucking signs of maybe being desperate for nudes, then it doesn't really bother me, yeah? You fucking go ahead, date, doesn't bother me at all. But if it's literally a case of some guy, if they're both fucking doing it, let's say the woman started it and they're the one asking for nudes, it's a bit sus. It is a bit suspicious. But maybe that's just because I've spent too much time on the internet and I know that people will try and bait for pedophilia pretty much instantly. Literally.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's perception of what actually is a pedophilia has changed a lot. It's Vosh is getting clipped a lot. I don't know if you've seen it. But it's a clip of Vosh saying he's yet to see a moral or legal argument as to why consumption of child porn should be illegal. And that was clipped out of context. What he was saying is that he's literally never heard anyone explain why pedophilia is bad. They've just been told it's bad. They literally don't actually know why it's bad. For the reason of, brain development and shit. That should be people's, go-to when evaluating situations.
So basically what you're saying is he genuinely didn't understand it because maybe maybe he had a bit of a disability, or maybe he was just never taught, and people just clip it as a gotcha sort of thing.
Oh no, he knew why, but he was saying that he's never heard anyone else say make an argument as to why it's bad. They just said it's just bad, it's just bad, it's just fucking pedophilia, you fucking pedophile. That's all he's ever heard people say.
Well, to be fair,
he was only really saying that
he's
asked people and they don't know.
Well, I'll say this, yeah. The reason pedophilia is bad is pretty much because how laws work is retarded. Yeah, that's true. In my opinion, I vote as a sort of thing, I just call it guilty innocent. And how it works is, if you steal something, you steal a can of juice from a thing, I don't fucking care. You're innocent in my case. I don't care. It's literally too petty for me to give a shit. If you're literally harassing someone, that's guilty. If you throw hands against someone unfairly, or you're a bully, or you're trying to punch someone, I just classify that as guilty, and then I classify that as, well, they're guilty, I'm fully aware that I myself am guilty, but if I have to be guilty to make sure that innocent people aren't getting hurt, so fucking be it. In high school, I used to hunt down bullies. It's literally a case of, no one does anything.
Remember the bully hunters?
Dude, is bully hunters an actual fucking thing? I literally just hunted them down.
There was a thing that got promoted and cancelled because it was shit. Where they were selling these headsets where you're getting bullied in CS:GO. You can
oh my god, is that the fucking woman? Is that the woman?
Yeah, them in the game with a difficult backstab whilst he stands completely still.
And then they were gonna
well, that's very difficult.
Yeah, no,
that's what the app was like.
Dude, I'm not kidding. They tested this or whatever. There was an actual video on it, and the woman that was kept trying to get the difficult backstab kept getting headshot instantly. And then she was getting bullied herself, and she stopped playing. It was funny as shit. I'll say this. Bully Hunters wasn't a thing when I was there. Basically, it was literally a case of... I'm not kidding. I was a sadistic fuck.
It makes no sense at all. It's completely deluded.
It's retarded.
People abusing you in the game, so they're gonna get killed and they're gonna stop abusing you.
The worst thing is, it wasn't even with the bully hunters thing. The only point of what they classified as a bully was literally just people constantly targeting you. That's not being a bully. That's called doing the game and killing you. It's just bad luck that they keep running into you. I think bullying is when you call someone a darkie or some shit on the internet or tell them to kill themselves. Like, if you're like me and you're like, oh yeah, funny, haha, kill yourself moment, funny, like, oh yeah, satire comedy, then it's probably still not okay, but it's satire, it's memes. But if you're actually trying to get someone to kill themselves and you're actually harassing them onto the internet, going like, oh yeah, kill yourself, I hope you kill, that's when it's not okay.
Yeah, a lot of people were doing that when I was like overdosing. People were like encouraging me a lot.
Well, I'll say this. My main point was, like, my system of innocent and guilty is, if you hurt someone, then you deserve to be hurt. If you're stealing a can of fucking juice from a shop, that it's literally petty crime. I couldn't care less. Who's gonna give a shit? Wow. I'm gonna protect the $1 million corporations that already treat people like shit? Fuck no. Fuck that. But, like, if you're actually harassing someone, trying to commit rape, pushing yourself onto a woman, stuff like that, yeah, stuff that actually harm people who do pretty much fuck all wrong, then I just vote it as guilty and say, oh yes, well, basically I can just beat the shit out of you now. Yeah. That's pretty much just how it works. And yes, I'm completely aware I'm a horrible person for that. I'm never gonna deny that. It's a case of, if I have to be guilty to make sure that guilty people be punished, because I know the law is literally black and white and not in the racist sense, then fucking hell, I guess I'm guilty. Vote me guilty. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I've seen a lot of people rap shit on. I've never reported it though. I've went to these like fucking juice vendors in stores that basically squeeze these oranges in front of you. Fresh orange juice. It's like fucking £3 to £4 a bottle, and the tiny bottles. I've just like drank it at the place and never actually paid, like multiple times in a row. People see me do it and they're not asked. No one's like, no one cares.
I'll say this: petty theft doesn't really bother me, honestly. I couldn't care less. But when it comes to, like, let's say you were actually fucking harming them, or they were like telling you to go or some shit, and you were continuing to do it, that's when it starts to push over the line a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I'll say this, as long as you're not actually hurting someone, either emotionally or physically, then you're innocent in my books. Although, to be honest, there was a guy who tried to run me over once and I broke his windscreen. I also broke my hand in the process.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh no, like fucking my hand was fucked. I broke literally all my fingers besides my pinky finger and my hand, but I broke his windscreen. Like, the entire thing was fucked. I was pissed.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was amazing. As you know, I just look at my hand. It's literally fucking mush, and I'm just like, yes, I'm going to continue punching this guy's windscreen.
You got another hand
like
for
surgery and shit?
Oh, no, I
surgery?
Yeah, no, like, they had to quite literally cut open parts of my fingers to put the bone back in place properly.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was a mistake well worth. Oh no, like the reason it's funny to me is because he now has to pay upwards of probably $3,000 for an entirely new windshield. And then he also has to probably pay an extra $2,000 just to get it installed professionally, because if he does it himself, he's probably going to fuck it up, because he's just a mong. But the case is, my hand will heal, and it did. I'm perfectly fine, and I don't even have wear. It's literally fine. I guess the surgery didn't fuck it up.
One sec.
Yeah,
Sorry.
what's up? Alright, we'll pause on that, but
Yep.
But yeah, no, like, it was literally a case of my hand's fine. He basically now has to pay upwards of probably $5,000, $6,000.
Damn back.
Yeah, basically I just said, like, my hand's fine, and it's gonna be fine until I'm probably 80, but who wants to live during that age anyway? Everything sucks when you're 80.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it, like, I just want to, like, have a good life. I don't really want to be alive when I'm not even remembering my own name.
If I live to the age of 100, then I'm gonna kill myself. And I know that's going to be like, I know someone's going to like, oh, hypocrite, because that one guy said he should kill himself or whatever, and he was victimized. No, I'm not a victim. All I said was it was kind of fucked up that he was like, no. Like, Ducky was a fucking hypocrite, because what he was trying to do and then saying that I should kill myself. Like, he was a hypocrite. Just blatant hypocrisy. But, like, if I get to the age of 100, I'm probably not going to want to live anymore because I'm probably going to have various health difficulties because you're old. That's just how it works. That's life. It sucks. And being that,
don't work like that for me, though. It don't work like that for me.
Yeah, because you're blank. You did the estrogen for 3 years and still gay.
No. See, I'm gonna be living forever. You feel me? Like honestly, I'm gonna be looking like the same way I look.
Are you just gonna get like shot in the head and you're just gonna do an XX Tentacion except with Jesus, just like resurrection?
Nah,
that's gonna seem so
I'm
racist.
gonna transfer my soul into my child's body.
Yeah, I wonder if because of estrogen, I'll actually live longer on average.
I have no idea.
I mean, you know, suicide statistic aside. I mean, if like I don't do that.
I have no idea why.
Don't do bad things.
If you kill yourself, I will resurrect you and beat the shit out of you myself. You got that?
Okay.
Both of you.
Vouch. No, I would never because I'm not. Never mind. I don't want.
Yeah, no, yeah. You should stop. You should stop before you lose your 10K subs. You just got 10K. Don't fuck it up now.
Yeah, none of them can't even read, bro. It don't even matter.
I'm honestly kind of close to it.
Fuck it out, dude.
I'm about to lose my channel. It's pretty cool.
It's funny. What are you on about? Funny. Fucking, what was it? Like, I was in a server at one point and Breon asked me to remove my diss track.
Oh, Brent can cry about it. Oh.
Dude, I'm banned from that server now. Also, what was that shit? Nice. Like, fucking... No, like, legitimately, it's banning me for having an opinion, and because Breon can't take shit, he sent 3 people to harass me. Unironically. I'm not even kidding.
He also hires doxers and fucks around with that shit.
Yeah, no, he legitimately got 3 people to harass me in a server, and I was still roasting all of them. They got really upset.
Shit, I wonder what it's like to have people go and harass you.
That's, I don't know what you're on about. What are you on about? I have dementia. Who are you? Damn it.
Oh my god. I did not want to see that.
It's not legit. Like, it's censored, obviously, with the hot dog.
Hey, what are we looking at?
It's the best deep fake of Keemstar. Because it's so bad.
Why?
It's so bad, it's funny.
That's fake.
Yeah, it's a deep fake. That's an actual...
Let's keep it professional.
It's so perfect.
We are not professional right now, but let's keep it a little professional.
Okay,
you know?
Yeah, no, let's return to professionalism. So, you basically dealt with some shit, and people were quite literally... So, you said about how people were stalking you IRL with this shit. Like, could you, like, go into a bit more depth with that, if possible?
Yeah, so I was at a store with my brother, buying shit. And one of the last item we bought was garlic bread. Mm-hmm. Then we went home, and people added me to a group chat, told me my address, told me where my little sister goes to school, threatened to rape and kill me, and then asked me how the garlic bread was.
Well, he is trans, so rape it would... No, I'm not even gonna continue that irony joke, because someone will fucking get offended, and then my entire fucking podcast channel will be literally murdered.
I mean,
keep any of this.
I mean, I've been attacked. I can take it.
I feel like the unironic worst insult I've ever gotten on YouTube, as in worst as in just really bad insult, was a guy... I made a video on someone who made fat fetish content, and if you've read TOS, fetish content is not allowed, but somehow the robot still allows it anyway. And, yeah, to say the very least, I made a video on them roasting their, like, the channel that they're following, and they went on my channel and said, "I'm gonna hunt you down in real life, and I'm gonna feed you until you can't see your toes." I was like, what? What?
What the fuck?
That was actually their insult. Their comment is still up to this day.
Maybe they like you. They like you a lot.
Dude, I had a fat chick unironically say they wanted to fuck me on my channel, and I made a video on it. And I was literally sitting there like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I would never fuck a fat chick.
I would never, like, here's the thing. I would never want to fuck the local mammal whale. That's probably gonna sound so, like, I'm such an asshole.
It's come out when they lose some weight.
What are you on about? This is like that douchebag life video game. The douchebag life flash game. You took something home. No one's gonna get that reference.
No, not at all.
Nah, I don't.
So
Yeah, that was pretty
So
bad.
what you're saying is, like, referring to actually going back to being neutral and no memes, because else I'm just gonna go on a fucking tangent again. Anyway, you said how they were fucking telling you where your little sister goes to school.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
unironically, if that shit was sent to me, I feel like that would sound a lot more pedophilic than your joke.
Yeah, they threatened to rape her.
Really?
What the fuck? No, I'm sorry.
You didn't mention that. You just mentioned that they threatened to rape you.
Oh no, they threatened to rape her as well. She's
Dude,
15.
Why?
So that's so they're fucking hunting you down and stalking you for pedophile jokes, basically. And although it was like kind of fucked, it still technically is a pedophile joke that you did. Like, yeah, it's fucked, but like at the very same time, it was still a joke at the end of the day.
I just didn't know who this person was really that got added to the group chat. And I assumed
Honestly,
the person
I feel like that's probably.
check.
I think that's probably probably even a worse idea to make said joke. Like, when new people get added to group chats like that, it's just, I'm so paranoid to make any jokes, because I know some people will just do that. Like, a bit on the internet, people are so obsessed with taking the smallest shit and just going complete retardo mode and trying to slander you. Like, fucking hell. I'm not even kidding. I made a meme video on Rutrix, basically on how he's going to make a video and he can't spell hypocrite right, as I said previously before I went off in a different tangent talking about shit and how his content's garbage. But basically, I showed an obvious fake tweet and posted at the very end before of it saying funny, and it's so obviously fake. Like, the text isn't even the same color as the text on fucking Twitter. You can see the name that is his, and then the thing. Like, the actual text is so clean. Whereas the text for his name isn't clean because it's a screenshot. So it's very obviously fake. And he was saying I was slandering him because I didn't explain the context of it. No. And here's the thing, even if let's say it was technically classified as slandering, which it's not, because I didn't actually say that he said this. I just posted it on the actual video saying funny. I didn't actually say that he said it, so it's not slander. I'm not supporting the claims, it's just a fucking image. And even if it was slander, then it would classify as a case of his parent would need to file the slander case because he's underage. So he basically fails either way.
Yeah.
But, like, here's the thing. Why, like, these people are hunting you down because of the pedophile joke. And here's the thing. Obviously, comedy is subjective, so you thought it was funny. They can not see it as funny and see it as pedophilic because text is really fucked. I'll say this, I've got a very sarcastic voice, or at least personally I've been told that, and maybe you can hear it in my voice, it sounds sarcastic sometimes, like unbelievably sarcastic.
The thing is that everyone at the time was all laughing and all also doing exactly what I was doing, like that's why I was doing it, I was just engaging with the degeneracy that was ongoing,
but like
trying to get laughs and...
It goes like this. At the end of the day, when it comes to text, you can like say it as a text as a joke, but because it's text, it can be taken as anything. Because someone doesn't know the context, it's just text to them. And yeah, like obviously it was a bit of a fuck joke. Maybe it was a joke that shouldn't have been done. I mean, you were serious. Like it's the same diff with the group chats. Like I just said earlier.
Everyone believes that I've never admitted fault in the group chat situation when that's all I've ever done. I've always said it was a fuck up. And
I'll say this.
Always say that,
I'll say this. When I looked you up and stuff, as I said, it's all fingers pointing at you exclusively. There's nothing else. Like, there's nothing talking about the group chat, anyone else in the group chat. It's all you. All you. Especially with the Acheeto shit, because Acheeto is literally trash content jumping on every trending topic, which is cringe.
I was hoping to make a video on that shit, but I never did it because I moved on to shorts.
Fairs. Also, shorts are gay, but they work.
Views and subs, okay, mister?
Yeah, I just told you. They're gay, but they work.
Gay, but Yes.
Exactly. It's gay, but it works. Like, here's the thing. Shorts are only pretty much promoted because of one reason, and that's because Neil Mohan
Child
was
slavery.
the guy... No, not child slavery.
Technically.
Fair. But, like, Neil Mohan came up with the idea of shorts, and Susan was like, oh yeah, it's a good idea, we should test it. It worked. And now the algorithm is purposefully made to basically make shorts blow up a lot bigger than regular videos. And that's the
Because
problem.
we're better than everyone.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I was thinking of the second channel, just like basically doing multiple shorts a day and posting at least once or twice a day with regular videos.
Well,
I'm just saying how
I'll
that
say
goes.
this, yeah. With me, I've like gotten a steady gain of subs because I have made like daily content. Like, it's maybe not god tier content. It's obviously daily content, but the point is, people watch it, people enjoy it, and at the end of the day, I'm getting subs. So obviously, what I'm doing is working. They like my content at the end of the day, and they like my extremely sarcastic voice, my constant use of swear words and insults because I've got Tourette's, and generally the fact that I'm so unhinged and could not give a single fuck about monetization. I've already said multiple times, I would rather quite literally take dick than fucking do monetization because I don't need the money. I have enough. Take my word for it. But like,
You do that
Based.
like without that.
it's just I don't need it. Like, here's the thing: I don't need the money, so why would I
I do.
monetize? You can no. I'm not gonna like disrespect someone for doing monetized content. It's when you censor every single swear word like a pussy because you're desperate for money. Like, you can want money, but I don't know if you've ever seen Scorpy's videos. It's literally just, I'm going to swear like a madman, and because I'm a pussy, because I'm desperate for money, I'm going to censor every single swear word.
I haven't started censoring anything yet because I'm not monetized, so I don't give a shit.
As long
Dude,
as it's not
you
too
can
frequent, you don't
monetize if you
need
want.
to.
No, I need like 10 million fucking views in 90 days to get monetized
On
off
shorts, yeah.
Wait, on shorts?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can get monetization by getting 10 million views in the past 90 days, 3 months on shorts, or you can get 4,000 watch hours and 1K subs.
Dude, I've
get there
literally
eventually.
got that. Like, I've got the 4K watch hours because I upload daily, so it's piss easy.
Yeah, I have 8,000 watch hours, dude.
Yeah, but not within 30 days.
No, not in 30 days.
Yeah, but
I think
that's
you're-
like the rule. You're meant to,
dude.
like, you have to get
Oh, I
1K
think they've
subs and
changed it.
4... Wait, really? Like, honestly, when
Yeah,
I check
so
it up...
it's just like whenever you can hit 4K.
Fair. I don't know then. You should be able to monetize your regular content. I don't know about shorts. But like, I'll say this: I don't need the money, so I just don't monetize it. Like, I'm not joking when I say this. I make over 4K a day. Well, not a day, a month. Sorry, I'm a retard. But yeah, no.
What do you
Like,
do?
You're not a one.
What do you do for a job?
I'm gonna just not disclose that for reasons, because believe it or not, I've already been stalked for quite literally 2 months by a guy I've banned on my fucking server multiple times,
Yeah.
and he still makes alts.
Fair enough. I was just wondering of like what I could do because I'm kind of stuck.
I'll just say this, yeah? I work in something related to hospital work. That's all I'm going to say. That's it.
Oh, you work in a
okay.
mental hospital. That makes sense.
No, I don't work in a mental hospital, but I have been in one. And not for good reasons.
You're
Me
in,
too,
you're in
twice.
one right now.
Oh, no. Fuck you. You
This
wish.
is all fake. This is not real. This is a schizophrenic episode. This is not real.
So, do you have any more questions about like my allegations or?
Yeah, I'll say
yeah.
this. So, so with this case of the person saying on, oh yeah, the raping of your little sister and you, did you ever, like, so obviously they can add you to a group chat, and when you have to add people to a group chat, it's a case of someone has to be your friend. So did you know any of these people who were adding you to this group chat? Or was it...
I tend to kind of add people like based on the profile and like if they've got mutuals with people that I know, if they've got a large following on socials that they've got linked. So I just kind of accept people that I didn't necessarily know but seemed decent, and yeah, one of them I accepted was one of these people that added me to the group chat.
So basically, one of
Yeah.
these people added you
Yeah.
to the group chat, and then these supposed stalkers wasn't the person who added you. the supposed stalker. Like, the stalker was the person.
It was all.
So
It was all three of these people.
So the
Was this
person
the
who
old
added you to the
situation,
group
or
chat and
what?
the two other people were also stalkers. Like, all of them were in on it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, even if you were like fucking around just to scare you, like if they were just trying to scare you, saying that they're gonna rape your little sister, it's really retarded because they're basically just saying they're going to literally do what they're supposedly allegations, you know, like they're basically saying they're gonna rape your little sister despite they're trying to hate on you for pedophilia when they just then threatened pedophilia.
Yeah,
That's
I think it's
pretty
just a case
fucking
of like
retarded.
people like already making the mind up about me and then kind of just being completely shut out to any kind of discourse or discussion, regarding me and that stuff.
Well, I'll
Like,
say this:
some people have just already decided.
you probably never heard of me before now, honestly.
No, not really.
And like with the Kumo situation, I made a video on what I'd basically the half of Kumo basically doing this bullshit. Me showing a blurred image of when I at one point had no wanting to live, and my entire left arm genuinely looks like I took a fucking grenade and just held it in a clenched fist. That's literally how fuck my arm looks. And I showed a censored image of it because it's a case of I don't want people to just be like, oh, well, he could be saying this. But at the very same time, I don't want people to just be like, oh, he's posting an image of his self-harm because he supports it. No. So I blur it because obviously it's a case of, that way people can see, hey, it's there. You can still see through the blur that there are scars. But
Yeah.
I dealt with the situation. I was pissed. I talked to Kumo over the comments. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's fiction. It's not fiction." He did technically support the self-harm, and he apologized for that. But like, the case is, his video sounded insincere, and that was one of my points. And when I'd done all this shit, it was all like after I'd made the video, when I'd looked through it a bit more because I was still fucking pissed. And when I'm pissed, obviously I'm gonna be consumed with a bit of fucking rage. Who doesn't do that when they're fucking angry? But as I look up, I'm like noticing a lot more on Kumo, and Asta is a fucking ghost. Like they straight up don't exist on the internet permanently, just not existing. They don't exist. And that was weird.
Yeah.
So I joined Kumo's server. I messaged Kumo and I asked him if he'd be interested in a interview. And he basically asks if I'm this guy. And it's because my Discord's called Flare of Many. My YouTube's called Nomisyav. So he shows my Nomisyav is like, is this you? Now, if I lie and say it's not me, well then I just look like a weird scumbag who's probably just going to lie more on the interview and abuse it. So yeah. I just go, yeah, that's me. And we talk about it. I arranged to do it. He's like, okay, well, after tonight, I don't want to talk about it anymore. So I didn't go to bed. And I was just like, okay, I'll stay up and I'll do this thing. We talked about it. We stayed in voice chat after the interview for a little bit longer, just fucking memeing around and joking. And then just fucking left. And then we just left it at that. And we pretty much didn't become friends. And I uploaded the thing. And then I made a follow-up video. And I only leave the Kumo video up now as sort of for context. So if you look at it now, it's outdated because obviously it's me being pissed. And the only reason I leave it there is a sort of case of when I post the Asta video, people aren't there with half the story. I've covered both sides, even if the first one was only having half of it and being blinded by rage sort of thing.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like clearing his name. We saw it, and she was basically completely manipulative. Now, we weren't clearing his name because obviously it's a case of what he did. He still fucking did it. But at the very same time, it was more of a case of showing that she's not the fucking victim in this.
Yeah. Did you have any more questions about my stuff? Or?
Yeah, no. Like my only point was basically to say that this shit is fucking bullshit, and people seem to really love taking shit out of context, but. So, could you tell me more about how this whole situation started with the original exposed and then him unlisting his videos and then the investigation? Could you, go into more detail with that, please?
Yeah, so, shortly after, the stuff with Epic Rika, that was the original person that released the video.
Mm-hmm.
A bit later, I was getting shit for, a year or so. And then, sometime like I think nearly a year into like the shit I was getting, I got like arrested at this arcade. I went on holiday, like my first vacation basically,
Mm-hmm.
that I paid for with my partner. And the first day we got there, I got arrested at the arcade, whilst gambling and winning. But yeah, it's kind of put a hole in my condom if you catch my drift. Didn't like it.
Yeah, it kind of
And
ruined your
then we got
holiday a
dragged
bit.
back. Yeah, kind of ruined everything.
I
The
know the
unwanted
feeling.
child.
At one point, I went to an arcade or whatever, and it was in a place called Lanzarote, and it was a holiday as well. And at one point, I basically won. I got my prize, or I did get my prize. The fucking shit bugged, and the prize wouldn't drop, and he wouldn't give me my money back. So
Well,
it was basically a straight up scam, and it was really it really pissed me off. So I just punched through it and grabbed it.
but yeah. Um, the thing is that when I got arrested, I got into a fight at some youth club that I was going to.
Fair enough.
Um, where I got jumped by 5 people,
I
and
have
they ended
a
up
I have a question after
and they
that as
ended
well,
up
but like continue.
attacking. I ended up attacking this person's girlfriend because they attacked me and like slapped my glasses up in my face. I couldn't fucking see. Sometimes I wear contacts, but I was wearing glasses then, and they were also harassing my partner. And we got into a bit of an argument before this. Then out of nowhere, like his fucking girlfriend just hit me, so I hit back automatically, and then I got
Someone's
jumped
gonna
by these
like be
five
a
guys.
dick about that, but I'm gonna be honest. If you're
Yeah,
tough enough to throw a punch, you're tough enough to take one back. I don't give a shit if you're a woman. If you
yeah.
punch me, I'm punching back. That's
Apparently
only
I
fair.
apparently I popped a lip and she was bleeding from the lip, and then I got jumped by 5 guys. I got her partner in a
Four
headlock,
big
started punching him in the
guys.
headlock. I started punching him in the face. I had him in a headlock. I fractured my little finger because of the amount of times I was punching him in the face,
Mm-hmm.
and that was my only injury. Whilst his friends were taking shots from the back, but it just kind of the adrenaline kind of let me take all the hits, and I wasn't really injured. But he was covered in blood, and so was his girlfriend.
Fair.
And I had to draw a knife at some point because I had to get them away from me because I just wanted the fight to end. So I drew out this knife I had because we got jumped a few days back by people who realized that my partner's trans and they just fucking jumped us. So I had this little knife on me that I just pulled out and to scare them off. And we thought this was about that because I didn't know how hard I hit the guy. I thought I fucking killed him at first. I thought that's what the police were there. I thought it was something more serious. And
Yeah, fair.
yeah, apparently it's not. It was this shit. But yeah, I never like stabbed anyone, but the police were called and we basically just got like a lift home. They all thought we got arrested, but we just got dropped off home.
And what? That was the so-called like investigation.
No, that was when I got into that fight at the place
Mm-hmm.
with the knife.
So what happened
And when I got
on
arrested at
said?
the arcade, like I thought it was over this because it was a bit later, and I
Yeah.
thought like something happened to
What,
one of
like
the people I
maybe,
hit.
like maybe you damaged his brain or something. Like now he's brain damage or like fucking
Yeah, I
issues.
was kind of fucking worried about that. That was the only thing in my mind because it was like this is bullshit. That it couldn't be this shit. And then
So
they told me that it was for creating an image of a child,
what?
which is what they phrase it as, because that's the legal
Creating an
term.
image of a child.
Yeah, if you download it, that's you creating it, or
Mm-hmm.
like you sent it. That's you that's you creating it. And that confused me even more. So I was like, it's definitely not that situation because I didn't make anything, I didn't record anything,
Yeah.
and it's not the fight. So I was just really confused. Then I got interviewed. I got like I had this solicitor, and it was really funny actually. We were just looking for like these Discord memes, and I had to explain what emojis meant and shit to the investigators, and
Oh fuck. Sorry.
yeah, nothing really came of it. It was just stupid. It was actually a funny interview. I wish I could upload it to my channel. That's literally what I was saying when I first got out of the interview. I wish I could have recorded that because they had
Fair.
nothing.
Yeah, no, like I'll say this: when it comes to Discord and memes and stuff, the cops are completely fucking just blind to it. They don't know.
And they just saw the group chat and were like, yeah, this was literally like what happened. Like my story checked out essentially. That's why I was investigated for 8 months
Fair,
because they were
honestly.
looking and verifying through all my shit. They had access to every account and my computer and phone. and people still think I'm like this elusive person that just avoided the police. I don't understand how, but yeah, that's what I got accused of a lot, like swindling the police.
So you are a gangbanger.
Yeah, apparently I'm just like
Apparently he's the reincarnation of Hitler, ready to use kids like the Greek and just fucking kill all the Jews, according to the internet.
Yeah, he used kids like the Greek.
Dude, legitimately, like, fucking how some guy was, like, saying some shit about me ages ago, and he was literally trying to take, like, words out of context because I said, this guy is treating it like he wants me to reboot the Holocaust or some shit. And I was...
Really?
No, like, I was basically... I said something like, you're treating it as if you want to reboot the Holocaust, and I don't... Like, I just basically ended it there. And he basically just took it, clipped it perfectly, so it made it sound like I said I wanted to reboot the Holocaust.
Yeah, that's my reaction to it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, it basically ended in me showing the actual fucking thing, because I was actually recording for a meme. Because it was basically a case of a podcast thing. Now, this retard didn't know that, but, yeah, it didn't really end well. Oh, but it's a lie. That one's the edited version. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's kind of pussy behavior.
It's bottom behavior. It's literally NPC. But
Bottom
like,
behavior.
so you said something about how you had an image or whatever on like an investigation thing or something like that. Do you still have that? If we could see that.
Yeah, it's in the response videos, but the private right now, so I need to go on that and screenshot it real quick.
No worries. Any chance you can do that now or?
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
All right.
I can't actually public any videos because I've got strikes, because apparently you can't publicize videos either.
Take my word for it, yeah, just delete them because you can get striked for private videos. Unironically, it's retarded. In my opinion...
I did go through and delete a lot of videos that I thought
in my opinion, what you should do genuinely is take stuff like... Stuff you want to keep, yeah? Don't keep it private. Save it. Maybe put it on some like Odyssey as like an archive sort of thing. And then just fucking remove it. Because... if you archive it on a separate site like Odyssey, where the terms are more lenient, you're not going to get striked unfairly, then you'll be fine. Like, Odyssey's good for that, but, like, YouTube are not. Like, I've been... Well, let's say this. With the previous channel that I will once again leave unnamed... Yeah, which I'm pretty pissed about because honestly, I had almost reached 200k subs on said thing, but I basically just leave it there. If it's still fucking up, I've no fucking idea. I didn't private anything. All I know is it had fucking, obviously, the warning strike and the 2 other strikes, and I wasn't about to risk that shit.
The documents in the group chat.
Right, let me have a look at that.
Hey, yo, you know what happened to that one Nathrix re-upload channel?
I'm not too sure. I know who runs it though. It's Jax Media.
Yeah, Jax Media. I fucking I linked the one video of you like saying you were like Nathrix or something like that. I think it was that one video.
Yeah,
and I linked it. It fucking
people
disappeared.
like, you're switching names to hide from the past, and I constantly reference the old names. I don't understand.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I think we went off track like a lot though in this little thing.
Yeah, I feel like
there was only 2 important parts on this like whole thing that actually mattered.
It's basically a case of they not only said, hey, it's basically a case of there's no evidence, meaning it's pretty much forfeit, and people are still running with this shit. Like, I've still seen videos on you, like recent videos, and it's fucking stupid.
I've just been told by a lot of people to just start fucking suing people, and I'm looking into it.
Honestly, you'd be better off just doing it that way. Like, if it's a case of this whole pedophilia allegation thing, yeah, how about we all just deal with it like real fucking adults in fucking court, like actual adults?
Yeah, prove the fucking shit. Like,
court
the fucking court magistrate's gonna watch the YouTube video, like, I guess.
Here's the thing, it's just gonna be a case of, fuck them. Like, if they're gonna just go with this shit and genuinely push this shit, well then, let's hope they have actual fucking evidence. Also, by the way, I made these LTBeasts. I basically removed the background as, like, joke to make them into stills. I was actually gonna end up using them, but I couldn't find a time that I could cut in and use them as stills.
Yeah, I downloaded them.
It's good.
I put a couple of Muscover emojis, but I think a couple didn't fit.
I don't know. Like, you can probably minimize them, honestly. Like, just use external
Probably.
websites and shit. But, like, yeah, no. It's a case of, if we're going to deal with this like real adults and they genuinely want to prove that you're a pedophile, well then here's the case. Court will prove that. Because if you're genuinely a pedophile, court will prove that. And if you're genuinely not a pedophile, same rules apply. It's a case of...
I've already been investigated over it, so it's kind of like...
It's basically a lost case. Like, in this sense, if they try and sue you over it, or if they try and bring it into court. So basically... In this case, because of the way it is, it's technically classified as slander, because it is technically slander. There's no actual evidence. There's no legitimate evidence. It's just a screenshot. And because you've got a screenshot that you've obviously just showed now of legit, and obviously you probably have the actual version, and the police could probably bring that to court, so, you know, it's literally that case. It's literally going to be a case of, well, at the end of the day, you're going to have a stronger case than them. So you're not going to be proven as a pedophile because this literally says there's no evidence, meaning there's no images of underage kids on your fucking picture. Although I will say this, Asta has quite a few allegations because apparently on their photo reel, they had, child porn.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm. We on about Breon Simulator, everyone.
Breon Simulator.
Breon Simulator is just how many kids can you touch before the police arrest you?
It's like a mini game.
It's like an arcade game.
I still don't think he's an actual pedophile though. I think he's just a bit insane in the membrane, if I may say.
I think he's just fucking stupid, honestly.
Yeah, he's a bit of a retard. That's it. I mean, I need to see more personally to call someone that.
All I'm going to say is, from what I've seen after going through some stuff, it's basically a case
Maybe I haven't seen everything, but I don't know.
All I'm going to say is, I've seen enough. Yeah, I've seen enough. I ain't going to just, like, source some random shit, because just like him, obviously, there's connections that are just, like, not cool. Like, obviously, he's got connections with doxers. He's tried to send some after me. They failed because they're fucking pathetic, and they're basically script kiddies. They're nothing. But it's literally a case of everyone has those really hard to get connections, and when you really look at it, a lot of the connections he has are scummy, and a lot of the connections that everyone else has are scummy, especially people like fucking Keemstar and H3HC. It's literally a case of someone has some scummy connection. And Breon has a few scummy connections with doxers. He's tried to have Kumo doxed multiple times, and they've failed every time because they've got nothing on him, and because they're basically all just script kiddies. But it's literally a case of, from everything I have genuinely seen, it's pretty on the side of him being a groomer.
Oh, damn. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll look more into it probably.
I ain't gonna push anyone. Like, you do your beliefs. Like, at the end of the day, don't fucking be pushed to like my belief. Like, from what I've seen, at the end of the day, if you want to continue believing he's not and he's just a retard, he is just a retard. But like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna just continue it and pedo and braille meme. So, you know, from what I've seen,
we all make jokes too.
Like, from what I've seen, it's pretty on that situation. So I'm not going to like go into further detail, but like, it's literally that case. So you were saying about how people harassed you over this as well. How bad would you say it was, excluding the stalker doxing you and your little sister?
Pretty bad. I mean, like, it's got to me a lot emotionally. Like, I don't
maybe not emotionally, maybe mentally, you would say. Like, probably be better.
Yeah, I mean, that's a better way.
I don't know. Like, emotionally, something can always bother you, sure, but like, mentally is taxing on your mental health.
Mental health, I've not really been able to do anything, like, at all.
So basically, over this whole situation, despite trying your own shit, you basically feel powerless.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I've been in a couple mental health hospitals over it because I tried to kill myself.
I'll say this straight up. If it were me and I made said joke and I was underage, people would not care. If I made that joke and I was overage, people would care. It's literally that with the internet. It's stupid. And considering like the rules of, oh, you live in the UK, so you're over the age of 16, technically, in my own opinion, being that you're under the age of 18, said joke was made, fuck off. It's literally just fucking, you were under 18, they were under 16. In my own opinion, 16 was a retard. Well, I'll say this. Let's say late 17s, maybe almost 18, yeah? Like, maybe it's not like 100% fact on this, but like roughly. So,
Yeah.
either way, it's either a case of really, really stupid idea of a joke purely because it was a risky joke with someone you don't know, and other part is literally just a case of under 18, don't care, that sort of situation. But to go out of your way to harass someone on the internet is pretty fucking stupid. I make videos for a living. Well, not literally, because I don't actually make money off of it, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a fun hobby. That's why I make videos. And that's why I didn't touch your shit with a 10-foot pole, because I didn't care enough. I'm sick of drama. Like, drama is annoying to make content on, because you can't really be yourself. You've got to be neutral, else you're basically seen as an asshole. Which sucks.
Yeah, kind of.
So it's literally a case of drama sucks. So I didn't touch your shit with a 10-foot pole. Also, I wasn't about to milk it because I don't care about views. Like, I make content and I have fun. People enjoy my content. Eh?
I don't think there's much to milk anymore.
Yeah.
I think people just keep bringing it up because they've
got nothing better to do. They genuinely have nothing better to do. So it's literally, what shall I do? Shall I do something new at a risk of maybe I'll fuck up? Or, and this is a big or should I say that this guy's a pedophile with little to no proof over a joke that was probably taken out of context, which, as I said, and you know, you've said previously, like a few fucking... probably about an hour ago, honestly, now that I'm like seeing the fucking timer in the recording, but like, you basically said you weren't justifying that you made the joke, it was a fucked up joke, but like, it's a case of, it was a stupid joke to make, and obviously you're not justifying that it was like, that you are a victim or some shit. You're not justifying the fact that you did it, you agree it was a mistake, but at the same time, this has gotten a bit far.
Yeah, I'm literally like on the edge of just, I don't even know.
Don't
I
kill
don't know what to
yourself,
do.
my dude. I already told you. Fucking you kill yourself and I'll kill yourself.
Yeah, people keep telling me that, but it's like, it's kind of my choice.
It is kind of your choice at the end of the day, but here's the thing. Keemstar made a video on a guy or whatever and then said something like, oh yeah, well if life is a simulation, well what's stopping you from killing yourself tomorrow? And then the guy killed himself.
If people want to like monetize it, they fully can. You can do whatever you want with my video.
All I'm gonna say is it's literally a case of fucking don't kill yourself. It's really fucking stupid. Like, it's just like,
if you want motivation to not do it, I mean, you could always just like stay alive to like piss off the people that don't like you.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be honest. My one, like, here's the thing. My one meme.
With the life when all you do is lie in bed crying. But...
I'm gonna say this, yeah? There's literally a meme that I refer to myself in, and it literally says, sometimes I think about killing myself, but then I remember that the world would be a better place without me, so I continue living. And I agree with that completely. I mean, that's me.
Be a better place.
I'm gonna be honest. It would be a better place without, like, this world would be a much better place without me in it, and that is why I keep living. And so many people hate me for it, unironically.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck.
Like, what if the next world doesn't have food?
What?
I hope there
what if
wasn't
you
the
like
next
you
one,
do like what if you die and the next world doesn't even have food? Like,
dude, what if you
like,
here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing. Like with that thing with the Keemstar shit, he was saying about how, oh yeah, well, here's the thing. Let's say you're correct, and after death you find out, oh wait, life was all just a simulation. What if you're wrong? Are you really fucking willing to kill yourself to see if you're? Because here's the thing. If you're right, you can say, wow, I'm so smart. I was correct. Life is a simulation. But if you're wrong, your life ends. That's it. Game over. Fuck off. You are dead. Rot in the ground. So,
I mean, if
are you willing?
I'd be pissed if I woke up.
Are you genuinely willing to take the risk of trying to prove a point, like if there's heaven or hell? Because here's the thing. If there's heaven or hell and you're gonna like kill yourself to take the risk on stuff, are you really willing to risk rotting in the ground forever, not existing anymore, purely to see if you're right? It's not really worth it. In my opinion, you should die by natural causes, because then if you are right, you can say, I lived this long, and through the entirety, I was right.
So it's not natural?
Dude, if you kill yourself, it's literally just another number on the trans statistic.
Yeah, so, like, trans people tend to do it, so therefore it's natural.
Dude, what about your partner?
See, natural is not even, like, that's not a thing anymore.
What?
Natural is, no. You make things natural. You feel me?
No. That sounded so gay. That was like as if you were like about it. Fucking no. You said that, and it genuinely sounded like you were about to flirt with him. Like that was a flirt or some shit. It was actually gay. Like unironically. No. Okay, you're fucking gay. Stop flirting. Stop flirting with the trans person. Okay, LT Troon. Stop flirting with the trans person.
Wait, how would it be gay?
But it's a joke because like fucking. It's just like how he said it. He's like trying to be like it's trying to like be a sweet thing, but it's like so gay. Like it's. I think
you're just. I don't. I think you're just not used to nice stuff.
Probably not. No, I'm a very horrible person. But yeah, no, don't fucking kill yourself. Seriously. Also, what about your fucking partner you were talking about?
Yeah, we don't talk much anymore. I mean, like, we still talk, but it's, like, barely ever.
Well, then why the fuck are they your partner? I'm pretty sure the whole point of your partner is that you date them, love them, and talk to them often, like your partner should do.
I'm pretty sure they feel trapped because we got together before the transitioned, and it's not really been the same since I have. But I'm pretty sure they feel trapped. Supportive? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they want to leave.
Well, then why don't you bring that up then? Because, like, if
I do.
Okay, and what happens with that?
I don't really get a clear answer.
Fair. Honestly, I'd say, like, if they feel trapped and you think they feel trapped, I think the only real thing I could say is that you would say to break up with them, and then if they genuinely don't feel trapped and it's a case of they care and they're just, like, having a hard time explaining it, then they'll try and like say like, oh no, don't do this, something like that, yeah, and then you can talk about it.
I mean, yeah, I've tried to break up.
Well, then why don't you?
Because they got upset.
Tell me you got
another bitch at home. Still feel trapped.
Weird.
Tell me you got another bitch at home.
It's literally like you're chaining yourself to them, and they're chaining themselves to you, and you don't notice the chain just because it's got a long fucking reach.
Yeah.
But anyway. So, from what I've seen, and from what we've talked about, and from obviously the case of it doesn't really sound like you're fucking lying, because people who lie tend to have this fucking tick or some shit, like it's very obvious. I don't know why, apparently it's some shit with psychology, but basically psychopaths can read people, it's just how it is. And I'm diagnosed because I have autism, so my empathy doesn't work.
So, passed a lie detector test? I passed a lie detector test?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you didn't do any of the fucking ticks.
Shit. We just kept fucking going off topic.
Dude, fucking, like, here's the thing. LTBeast, you are here too. You are part of the podcast. Fucking say something. Ask questions.
How am I supposed to say something when you talk about shit that don't
Ask questions. Ask questions. We are in the interview right fucking now. Ask him questions.
Let's ask questions.
Do it then.
Let's ask questions, nigga. Alright. So, in the group chat, we're talking about the one where basically you didn't know the age of the person, right? The whole thing. Was it when you found out about the age, right? This is something I keep hearing about. When you found out about the age, did you continue to talk to this person?
I was just really stunned and thought they were joking. And then they said no, and they started being really serious all of a sudden. Like, it went from, like, everyone fucking around to them just being really serious.
Pretty fucked, honestly.
I was just really confused. I'm still confused.
It sounds quite suspicious, in my own honest opinion.
Honestly, I can't really put anything together there.
I wish it was
and the other one,
in the chat, like, as it was going on, but it didn't know it neither.
To be fair, that was a very good question to ask, honestly, LTB. Showing your intelligence that you barely show.
I'm always, like, stuck on a character that I can't help because it's like, okay, that sounds like a disability. I'm gonna stop talking.
Shut up. Just continue talking. Ask your questions. You're about to ask something, and then dumbassery.
Yeah. So okay. So later on, when you found out about all this, you found it wasn't a joke. You stopped talking to him.
Yeah, like I was just like, what the fuck? And then they left, and then after a bit, they rejoined and said, no, actually, we're not 14, we're 12.
What?
So it was,
Yeah, it got
That's
lowered. Yeah.
really fucking. That's like. I'm gonna use this as an example and then just ditch the example before we like go into another tangent. But like at one point, Keemstar made a video saying Pyrocynical was dating a 15-year-old French girl. Then he said she was 14. Then she said she was 13.
yeah,
Like
it's like she'll be an embryo by next week.
yeah, no, you used the exact same fucking joke Pyrocynical did, and like fucking out like
Yeah.
it's literally the same thing. They join like. I don't believe that they're 14 anymore because they join back and say, actually, I'm 12. Yeah, that's a bit suspicious that you instantly drop your age the moment you get your very obvious dirt.
All right,
She
before this
never,
is taken out of
she,
context,
she
like
never
it
actually
typically
gave
is,
her
bro.
age. It was the other people in the group chat, and they loaded it.
Yeah, so
Before
it's
this is
literally
taken
a
out of
case.
context,
It's
you
literally
go
a
over that.
case of random bullshit. This is not something that should be used as factual evidence. Then.
Yeah. Fuck all that. But you said 14, right? I want to make sure this is not taken out of context again because that's like a heavy, like that's a big thing with you.
Yeah, no, like people do
When
this
you
all the
you
time.
thought she was at least of age, you thought she was of age. How old did you think she was? Because people take it out of
Well, I was
context
like
and say that
around
you
like
thought she was 14.
17, 18. Like I'll just say it's 18.
So we'll
So
say like somewhere in the middle, somewhere in that area. It doesn't really. Yeah, we'll just say
Roughly
that.
16
You thought
to
this girl was
18.
16. Did you
Technically,
think this girl was 16, 14? What did you think?
yeah, like
technically,
it was like 16 to 18. That's what I was like assuming, because that's what everyone else was.
I'll say this: I don't agree with the age of consent being 16, but roughly, if they were 16
Yeah, I
to
don't.
18, then technically it is still legal.
But I also don't see a problem with two teens sexting, and it's like it's just that, and it's like
If
I
they're
don't know,
of
like,
age,
I mean,
whatever happens, I don't care. Just keep it whatever.
yeah.
Keep it behind
This was
closed
also
doors.
with this was also with just the knowledge of my own country's laws, being 16. Um, I only like later on learned that it's actually illegal to send images, but it's not illegal to have sex.
Dude,
That's
that's
why I
just
was
stupid.
confused. Because like there's a screenshot where I said something like what it did was illegal, not predatory. Because I thought
Yeah, that
sexting
shit gets taken
was
out of
illegal.
context so fucking much.
Yeah, because I was told that sexting under 18 is illegal regardless, and I was like, oh okay, maybe
I don't think that's the
I guess
case.
it is illegal then. But I got
I don't think
investigated
that's
and,
the case.
and dropped it, so it wasn't even illegal. Like in my case, because there's exemptions and shit. Like it doesn't exist to go after teens that are just sexting. It goes after predators, and they looked at the chat. It wasn't like that. Like no one was being manipulated. I mean, it was actually me the entire time because I was kind of kept on by this person with threats of self harm and shit. She cut herself on video calls in front of me. And I'd reached out to people about this, saying I don't know what to do. I don't really want to be responsible for someone's death. They were just saying, provide suicide hotline numbers and ditch them.
I'll
And
say
that's
this
what it
immediately
eventually-
because Kumo, like I talked to him on the interview as well. You definitely haven't seen it because it was a 5-hour fucking podcast, and I doubt you'd be interested in that. But like, if someone is like showing images of self-harm, you report that shit to Discord immediately because they take that shit very fucking seriously. They won't terminate the account, but they'll disable it and they will look into the account. Basically, if they actually find out a case of it's actually someone literally self-harm, not just some images off Google, then they they'll keep the person's account disabled, but the person will still be able to message Discord directly, their own fucking support team, through Discord itself. They won't be able to message people on their friends list or see them, but it's a case of, if you see someone self-harming on Discord, report that shit fucking immediately. You don't wait. Because you're gonna seem like an asshole to this person, but it's better for them. Like,
This was
either
also
way.
years ago, so I don't know if that was even like an option to report back then.
No.
But,
Like
yeah.
if it's on Discord, you can still report them. They still take that shit seriously. Maybe not as serious as they do it now. Maybe the whole like,
you had to go and fill like a whole form out on a website though, and I didn't
yeah,
really.
but like, here's the thing. It's a case of it's gonna help you out in a long run, which it might have.
Yeah. Now you can just right click and report. I mean, in DMs, that's a lot easier.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Like, I agree, that was a good thing. Although, to be honest, with most of the recent Discord shit that they've added, it pretty much just make it seem like they really want people to buy Nitro.
Yeah, it seems like they just want to buy Nitro. Like, they just want to like, push
Don't
that
get
shit
me
as
wrong,
hard.
I don't buy Nitro because it's gay, but I keep getting gifted it.
I'm pretty sure they used to have like games on Discord, but they got rid of that shit.
Yeah, no, I was there during the thing. If you still have video games, you still have them. But basically, they were trying to make Discord like Steam. And it didn't
I was
work.
gifted one game. It's really shit.
Like, what was it? The reason I was only ever interested in it at the time, but I didn't have any money in my bank account because I took it offhand to buy PC parts. And it was when last year came out, and basically I was like, oh yeah, Discord is turning into Steam. It's pretty fucking gay, but last year is out on Discord exclusively for now. And I was pretty wanting that because, like, last year was like an exclusive beta for Patreon or whatever, not Patreon, Kickstarter. And it was a case of if you wanted the game, you had to pay like $100. But then it came out on Discord, and I heard so much good shit about it, so I was like, oh, $22 on Discord, sure. But I didn't have the money. And then they just cancelled it because it was not taken off and they were getting boycotted.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we talking about, Zonda?
Basically, Discord was getting boycotted because of the thing. But ignoring that, on Discord, if someone is doing any self-harm, even if it was the whole annoying forum shit, you want to report that shit immediately. Like, you're gonna look like an asshole to said person, but it's a lot safer for them this way. Because Discord...
Yeah, I mean, the second like I could contact with them was when I woke up the next day to a bunch of shit on Twitter calling me a pedophile, because they actually went to these influencers the second I stopped talking to them.
Of course they fucking
Yeah, this game's pretty
It was a
manipulative.
2-year age gap, like that's basically it. With this Sunny person.
In my opinion,
2
a
years
2-year
ago,
age
yeah,
gap...
whatever.
A 2-year age gap, depending on what the ages are, I'd say isn't too bothering. But it's a really it's a black and white case in this case.
They were like a week from turning 17, and I was freshly 19.
Yeah, so it's basically a case of it's black.
Literally
it's,
a week. Like
it's a black and white situation. I could say, oh, it's only 2 years, because I dated a girl that I was 2 years above, and it was a case of we were both of age.
you weren't even
like,
dating.
Yeah, no, but what I mean is, like, I'm using it as an example. Basically,
Yeah.
depending on the situation, it still can be seen as bullshit because someone will just decide no. Like, it's a black and white case. Some people will say yes, some people will say no. At the end of the day, on the internet, I don't know what it is. In the real world, you can see and meet a pedophile trying to kidnap a kid and they don't give a shit. But then on the internet, you, like, make one joke and now everyone's harassing this one guy they think is a pedo. Like, it's so stupid. They don't care unless it's posted all over the internet.
Basically.
It's really embarrassing.
Yeah. So the other one, the other situation, right? We can't really, the group chat one, obviously, with the girl joke, blah blah blah. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
The
one we were
the
talking
group
about,
chat
yeah.
situation.
Yeah, the group chat situation. With that one, obviously, we can't really, there's no genuine proof of anything like proven, the whole situation or whatnot. But so we'd have to like take what you say, like that's all we got right now,
Yeah.
technically. Yeah, that type
I
of
mean,
shit.
what I said was
But the other
investigated and
situation with
confirmed.
the towing machine.
He's got the
Yeah.
he's got the fucking thing with the police thing, which he said previously, even before the interview, which he now supplied. He's not showing any like nervous tics that liars tend to do. It's literally a case of, from what I'm seeing so far, there's no nervous tics, there's no bullshit. He showed transparency by obviously backing up the claim with this said image. So
I'm not saying I don't believe him.
no.
I'm not saying I don't
Like, what
believe
I'm saying is he showed
but-
semi-transparency and no nervous tics. So it's a case of, it's not exactly a case of it's his word. He's shown semi-transparency on that case. So why would he lie about this part? Like, obviously, we have no 100%
I'm just saying,
evidence.
motherfuckers don't care about all that. If they don't have evidence, 100% evidence, and they think it's vicious, they'll
It's like
like
people
they'll
think I
instantly
literally-
commit that.
Manipulated the police investigation or some shit, like the fucking scene in Breaking Bad where they activate the car magnet outside of the evidence room and all the laptops smash into the walls and get destroyed. Like, they think that's what I did. I don't understand how I can do anything other than provide that slip. That's all I've got. I was investigated. It's like, what the fuck do you want?
Well, I'll say this, like, if I ever was going to get investigated, yeah, and they were going to do something on me, they'd probably find a lot of fucked shit, but it's mostly, like, it's not about be like, oh, I'm about to be exposed as a Keemstar Minecraft pedophile lion maker. It's just going to be, they're going to go through it and see, like, the occasional meme that's slightly pornographic that I have that's, like, actually funny to me. Like, I've got a meme where basically it's a screenshot on Twitter of some person making a trans post on a kid's cartoon, yeah? And like, trans stuff, and it's like really stupid because they're doing it about a kid's cartoon, and it's just like really just weird, yeah? And someone tweeted underneath it saying, oh yeah, you're a pedophile, it's a kid's cartoon, you're posting this trans shit, you're gay. And then underneath it they post a fucking image of it's literally a gif of someone shoving a dildo up there. So it's kind of just some troll fucking with them. And I've like screenshotted the fucking, well, I didn't screenshot it, I stole it from someone, but like the screenshot is like it's like cut off so you don't actually see anything, you just see the hand and the dildo. But like, that's what I mean. They're gonna see some fuck shit from my memes, but they're not actually gonna find anything illegal. Now, I would like to ask this question because obviously the internet are like this. So, with this shit, you know how obviously people are going around like with the, oh, you're a pedophile and all that. Were there...
Hey, you guys. Sorry, I wasn't talking. My Wi-Fi dropped for a sec.
Oh, no worries. Did you hear anything I said?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay, well, basically, I have fucked memes, and that's it. And what I was going to say was a real question I've got to ask you. So, obviously, they've done some shit, and they've, they've not really victimized you. They've made it out that you're victimizing yourself, and they've made these allegations that you're a pedophile. Here's the thing. Are there still people, like, from the time it started to all the way now, where there's still people trying to like frame you going like, oh yeah, I'm underage and stuff, and trying to message you pretending to be underage and shit?
No, like no one other than the person 2 years younger than me actually came forward. The group chat shit was all posted by the people that added that girl. I don't even know if that girl existed. It could have been like an alt account or like some like random girl that they knew to say that they're underage. I've got no idea. I mean, regardless, it's still should have asked the age, but, you know, it's just something to think about.
No one attempted to message you saying that they were underage or, like, trying to take shit weirdly out of context or trying to message you to get close and then use you in some way? No one did.
I mean, I get, like, comments now and then and random Discord DMs from people that add me and then I accept and they just say shit and I block them. I have got like a couple messages and shit.
I tried messaging like, you, but it wouldn't let me, so I had to wait 3 days for you to accept my ad.
Yeah. I check them occasionally.
No worries. It's literally just, me and LTBeast talked about it and shit, and how, like, there's all these allegations, but no 100% proof, it's just fucking shit. And we were thinking of fucking interviewing you to like talk about it and shit.
There's literally more proof on my side with the investigation. Like,
well, yeah. Like, here's the thing: kind of they've got one image, one fucking screenshot of you saying something, and it looks pedophilic. But at the very same time, without context, anything looks pedophilic. You could go in my. Fucking...
I don't know if you guys got the chance to watch the second episode of the Keemstar podcast that was posted on my channel because they lost access to the channel or some shit. They lost access to the password, and like that's why I posted it there and I edited that episode. Basically, Acheeto in that episode ends up saying that I purposefully didn't ask the age because I knew it, and then says pedos don't care about ages, which is something
stupid.
That was really confusing.
That's really retarded. Of course pedophiles care about the age, because they're aiming for children. That's a really retarded... Like, that is the most retarded excuse for he's a pedo ever. Like, it's literally, they don't care about the age. Yes, they fucking do. They're not aiming for 18-year-olds. They're aiming for underagers. They're literally pedophiles for a reason. Of course they care about the fucking age. Why do you think the name pedophile was invented? As in... Hey, I hate to break it to you, Acheeto, but pedophile means they care about the age, especially when it's fucking underage. Are you retarded?
Yeah, that's something that Keemstar called him out on too.
Dude,
didn't
it's
really get it.
retarded. Like, he's literally like, oh, pedophiles don't care about the age. Yes, they fucking do. Why do you think they're called pedophiles? They're after children. They care about the age because they want them underage.
This actually almost ended up on Drama Alert the second it came out, when Epic Reaker and everyone started covering it. I was friends with one of Keemstar's reporters at the time, so instead of reporting on it, he just reached out to me and I basically told him all this. He believed me, so it never ended up on Drama Alert. But if it did, I don't know if I'd have as much support as I do right now, because being called out by Keemstar for this shit, I don't know if it'd really be around.
No, Keemstar has a habit of like acting like a big hard guy, but here's the funny thing, he's a complete fucking pussy. He was
really nice in private.
Oh no, he is nice in private, but like if you ever make memes on him, he takes it dead serious. Like I memed on him at one point and he took it dead seriously and basically made it his goal to have me harassed. Not on YouTube,
yeah, he makes jokes about a lot of people, but if you make one about him, it's kind of too far.
Yeah, no, literally. I made literally a meme on it, and he basically spent the entire day harassing me.
I jokingly called him a pedophile in the interview, and
Really?
he nearly lost it, but he managed to keep us cool. He was kind of semi-joking back, but I could tell.
Dude, he basically is a fucking pedophile. He's a 40-year-old dating a 20-year-old, and he thinks that's a flex. He literally
said
broke...
something disingenuous to me, so I said isn't your girlfriend like fucking half your age?
Oh, and I'm assuming he took that dead serious. Dude,
Um,
there was literally a girl
I
that was
immediately clarified it was a
21.
joke.
That he talked about some shit or whatever, and he broke up with a 20-year-old girl to date a 19-year-old or some shit, and people are like saying, oh yeah, you called Pyro a pedophile, but you're basically doing the same shit, and he lost his fucking shit.
Man, he like some young man. Don't be hating on him, man. He's just getting girls.
I think
Y'all
Pyro
mad at
shit in my shit.
Y'all mad at Breon for getting some pussy.
I think Pyro shit and my shit was kind of the same thing, but Pyro's was worse because he continuously talked to this person over a long period of time, whereas this group chat was like a couple hours in existence of knowing this person. So, yeah. But like, Pyro was doing it over a long period of time.
True, but I'll say this, Pyro's content was shit. The only reason anyone actually enjoyed it was for the occasional memes and him being a retard. That's pretty much the only reason anyone enjoyed it. Like, his content was good in a bad way, if you know what I mean. Like, it worked. It was kind of funny. It wasn't like god tier content, but it was entertaining, and that was pretty much it. It wasn't good videos, it was just entertaining. It's the same with Leafy. Like, Leafy made videos that was surf gameplay. It's not exactly the most entertaining, but people stayed there because it was, like, Leafy. Like, his personality, his memes. People fucking loved that shit. They don't stay there for the gameplay, that it couldn't care less about the gameplay. It's the person. That's what they want. Else they wouldn't fucking sub.
Yeah, if you can achieve that on YouTube, you're pretty much golden.
But yeah, like, what was it? Pyrocynical or some shit. Not Pyrocynical, sorry. Keemstar has this very bad habit of slandering people, and then anytime someone says something that quite literally isn't slander, he says it's slander and then threatens to sue them. He threatened to sue me over the joke I made.
Yeah, that's why I was so surprised that they were so charitable on the podcast.
Yeah, no, like, Keemstar has this habit of being a nice guy to the public and then being extra nice in private, but the moment you make any joke, that's when it's not okay. Like, he's okay with making the jokes himself and false allegations on calling people pedophiles, but then the moment it's a case of he's literally doing something that could be seen as pedophilic, that's when it's not okay. Like, there was a fucking YouTuber who was an old man, and he made, like, just Sims videos and stuff, and Second Life videos.
Harass Chlorine Gold.
Some shit. Anyway, he cried on a video and said that he was not a pedophile because he was falsely called that for bullshit reasons. He said, thanks for all the support. Yeah, because he's just old. He was just old. Literally, that was it. That was pretty much Keemstar's whole thing. He just falsely called him a pedophile because he was old and because he had fans that were underage. My nigga, I got fans that are underage too. Everyone does. Keemstar, you have fans that are underage. So by Keemstar's logic, everyone's a pedophile.
Basically.
But
I
like,
mean,
this
I
shit
don't
is
think he
retarded.
is. I feel like we need to decide
Oh no,
if it's 18 or if it's not 18.
Keemstar isn't a pedophile. He's just really fucking stupid. Like, he dates 20-year-olds and thinks that's a flex, when really, it's just really retarded.
Yeah, I don't really get the whole like he's a pedophile when he's dating an adult. It's like either you're an adult or 18 or you're not. It doesn't change if the person you're dating is 40. You're still an adult that can make your own decisions,
it's
right?
gross. It's gross. But at the very same time, like, the woman could just say
They
no.
can consent. Like, yeah.
To be fair though, like honestly, like girls his age probably ain't that good looking. Just
I
saying.
feel like people that are his girlfriend's age are not being used. They're using Keem stuff and money.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel like
that's
they're really
pretty much
smart.
the only
You know exactly
reason
what
that
they're
they're
doing.
doing it.
Yeah, but you getting the coochie, that's all.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, at the end of the day, I've noticed that women now, like, maybe it's just me, but women nowadays care more about body count and basically money. It's pretty much it. Like, it's rare that you find a girl who actually gives a shit about the person they're dating. And it's pretty much because this toxic shit about, oh, men are like games, they're meant to be played. No, because by that same logic, women are like rocks, the flat ones get skipped. It's literally a case of, you're just being disrespectful to be disrespectful. Like, who fucking cares? Oh, but I can make bone
I thought it was the other way around.
It's just retarded either way. Like, women who are like, oh yeah, men are meant to be played, use them, get their money off of them. That sort of shit is literally a case of just fucking kill them already, because they're fucking stupid and they think they're smart, but they're never gonna get anyone who actually loves them. They're just gonna end up dating fuckwits who are just gonna abuse them. Then they're gonna cry about it on Twitter or some shit, and no one's gonna give one except for simps.
Basically, yeah.
Yep.
Dude, there was literally a simp that was bullying Pokemon's boyfriend, and his flex was that he would sniff a seat that Pokemon was sitting on. I was sitting there like, what the fuck? Why is that?
I've seen people do that.
If you're trolling, it's not a very funny joke. You just look like a retard in front of everyone. But yeah, no, like, to go back onto the topic, at the end of the day, this shit is a bit screwed, and honestly, with the shit with Keemstar is not very bright, in my opinion. Not to mention, he's a complete hypocrite, he's a complete mongoloid, and just stupid. But in general, from what I've seen on this case, you have been cleared legally, so as far as I'm concerned, legally, it's a case of innocent until proven guilty. So, you've technically been proven innocent, so by those standards, you are innocent. If some stuff pops up in like a year or two that is like 100% proof that you're a pedo, then let that be the case. Let's see if it is, or if it's just more bullshit. And if it's not bullshit, well then I guess that then this was all wrong. But until that happens, as far as it's happened, it's literally a case of innocent. And if they're really willing to do this shit, let's settle it like adults and fucking do it in court.
Yeah, I'm just very elusive.
I'm saying this immediately. If you want me to like testify on your case in court, I'm gonna deny that shit. I am not appearing in court. I don't show my face because I know it's just gonna be milked. Damn, bro, face reveal. Dude, fuck
I mean,
that.
I don't really need testifications. Have been investigated, so.
Well, yeah, no, like you have someone testifying already, and it's literally a document that says "fuck you," he's innocent. There's no proof. Well, I mean, it's true. Like, technically, there's no proof, so it's literally a case of they can continue their bullshit. As far as it's seen, it's still technically bullshit. Like,
basically, yeah.
Until there's evidence, it's bullshit. So because there's no evidence, it's bullshit. The only evidence is you saying that one thing, which, here's the thing, I've said, like, the N-word multiple times. Obviously not hate speech, like, completely joking, like, hey, yo, good nigga and stuff like that, yeah. And occasionally, like, the joke of, oh, well, shut up, N-word joke. Like, you know, obviously, within the friend group, it's comedy. We're not actually racist, we're just fucking with everyone. Besides, who fucking cares? At the end of the day, we're basically black, so at the end of the day, I think it doesn't really matter if we say the N-word, which I still think is retarded. Just because you're black doesn't mean it's okay to say hard R N-word. But,
yeah, I don't know if anyone needs to say that.
Yeah, but like seriously, it's a case of at the end of the day, in group chat privacy, a lot of shit can be taken out of context. And because you've obviously admitted to the case of it was a mistake, well, yeah, it was a mistake. That I completely agree with you. That was a mistake. I agree. I think that was a mistake you probably shouldn't have done. But at the end of the day, they've cleared you, so there's no actual fucking proof. There's nothing. Literally, it's like. It's literally like they're rats, and this little evidence is crumbs on a table, and they're willing to try and kill
they'll
themselves.
be like innocent until proven guilty, and then 94 safe. Never mind.
Yeah. Here's the thing: if it was Keemstar, you can guarantee they'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, Keemstar, my boy Keemstar, he's innocent." But then it's just like you, and they're like, "No, not happening. No." It's really, 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 really fucking pathetic.
Yeah, basically.
See, what's retarded is I've seen like actual videos that were made, well, not now, because obviously it's been a few hours, but basically they were made hours ago and they're still fucking talking about it. Like, this shit is dead. This shit is fucking, it's way late. You're not getting shit. Why are people watching this? It's late.
True. Anyway,
I'd
if
say
we can wrap this up, I've got to go and stuff.
Oh no worries. Like we have legitimately, we've talked about anything else. If LT Troon doesn't have anything else to say, obviously making a joke, LTBeast, but like if he doesn't have anything else to question, I so far can't think of anything off the top of my head. I think we've looked at everything. We've got this fucking image right here. It's literal proof of a case of you have been cleared by the authorities. So, obviously, like, it's scratched off the pieces of obvious private information.
Yeah, like the police station, the case number.
Well, yeah, because if you show the case number, a hacker can quite literally get into their shit. I'm not kidding. Take it from someone who knows the tools, so to speak. It's pretty fucking easy if you know how to do it. But, it's obvious that shit's going to be needed because obviously from what I'm seeing, the things like Mr. Nathan Forsyth, underneath it is probably your address or some shit, or your postcode or some shit like that, because the police do that. But it's literally a case of you've shown transparency, you've not shown any nervous tics, you've answered pretty much honestly. I've seen nothing, pretty much, from this case. It's literally a case of one thing from a joke, and I completely understand your joke, because obviously when you're in the privacy of your group chat, you meme, and from what I've seen with this shit of them constantly changing the age, it's literally, or seen metaphorically, from what I've heard with this changing the age shit, it's literally a case of jumping for pieces, and people like Acheeto are just fucking retarded. Not because they made the video on you, I think they should have made the video on you either way, in the sense that they should have actually done research, not just, hey, I've got a screenshot, haha, funny. But all I'm going to say is Acheeto is inhumanly retarded, in the sense that Acheeto is a actual dumb fuck. Oh, pedophiles don't care about the age. Yeah, they fucking do care about the age.
He was called a dumb fuck a lot on the podcast by Keemstar and Pat God.
Dude, I don't know who Pat God is. I've heard only bad things, and that he's a memer. But I'll say this: when I'm talking
about, the second I heard about him, I spoke to him immediately in that podcast. That's when I first heard about him, and he's like some huge YouTuber that just like packs people in these little videos.
Well, yeah, but like, I'm assuming he's like a memer. Yeah, like a roast memer. Basically, like my sort of idea. It's like you roast them, you make the comedy, but at the end of the day, it's entertainment. But like, what I'm saying is, Acheeto is a fucking mong. He makes shitty content. His editing looks like something you could pull off in iMovie, which is straight up cringe. At least upgrade to CapCut. I mean, fucking hell, my dude. It's so fucking bad. Like,
upgrade the CapCut.
Dude, CapCut is shit, but it's good. Like, it works. Like, the editing works. It's not horrible. But, like, fucking hell, CapCut is so much better than iMovie.
CapCut's my main source. That's the shit I be using.
Well, yeah,
I just used Premiere Pro 2023, which I definitely paid for.
Dude, unironically, feel that shit. I use the exact same editing software that I definitely paid for. Didn't illegally crack it on a website. Yeah, no, same thing, literally. Like, I've got a version of it that, think of it this way, they, like, I don't know if you know, but, like, back when Adobe was, like, first starting out and stuff, Premiere Pro was, like, one of those things where you could buy a package and you just got the full version free, yeah? And I got
Oh, I missed
that,
that.
and then, no, this was like really early. Yeah, and I got that, and by I got that, I mean my dad got that, and anyway, it was given to me, basically, because I used it, and my dad's a dickhead, so I'm not gonna talk about him. But, basically, it's a case of, after said thing, despite it costing upward of about $100 or some shit, it was basically a case of, they decided, we want monthly pays, so we're gonna give you a year free, because you paid for this 100 thing, and, we want you to pay $60 a month afterward. And I was like, yeah, go fuck
Fucking
yourself.
thievery.
I literally was just like, yeah, go fuck yourself. It was paid for. You're just being a scumbag. So no, suck my dick. I definitely paid
prices.
for. What, my dude, $60 for.
I'm not even making that from the videos right now. Like,
I'm
because
not-
I lost my main channel.
Well, yeah, no, like it sucks. It sucks genuinely. Like I hate having that shit. Like I was banned for a week and I genuinely wanted to kill myself. It's just so boring. Like I make content because I enjoy making it, but it's so boring when you get striked having to wait for that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sucks.
but like, yeah, it's bullshit. And at the end of the day, I feel you. I definitely paid for it as well, and I definitely am using it 100% legally. Definitely, 100%. Yep. But like, I'm using the exact same version, legitimately. It's a good version, but it basically just updates itself.
Yeah.
And
Anyway,
this
like I
guy's
said,
fucking
I've got to go pretty much.
All
It
right.
was a
Well,
good
it
talk.
was. Thank you for obviously joining from Madman's Land, the podcast, and talking about the whole situation, and obviously showing the thing that you were basically a case of proven innocent in this case, and that it was pretty much just bullshit. And thank you for taking the time to talk to us. It's been fucking cool, in the sense that I respect that despite all the shit going around, you still decided to join on the podcast. Obviously, we're respectful. We're not like retard Acheeto, where we find one thing, run with it, and just start talking over you, because we're not fucking faggots. I have nothing against
appreciate that.
gays, but insult word.
Insult word. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, just
I
like
wanna get out of
Acheeto's
here
a fucking
fast.
spaz.
Anyway, yeah.
Run.
It's a good talk.
Run. Anyway, this has been Madman's Land. Fucking thank you everyone for watching, because obviously it's been about fucking 2 hours, and we try to edit this shit as little as possible so that everyone knows that we haven't just fucking cut and paste bullshit, because obviously it would pretty much ruin the idea of a podcast. It's not about cut and paste, it's about doing all this shit, but hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for watching 2 hours. Thank you for bearing with us and all that. And I'm glad that you enjoyed the Madman's Land podcast, basically talking to Nattie Forsyth on what seems to be complete horse shit, and pretty much just showing that this is completely fucking retarded, and technically, under the eyes of the law, they've been proven innocent. Thank you for watching Madman's Land. It's your favorite Tourette's-filled psychopath serial killer of YouTube here. Not to mention our boy LTBeast and Nattie Forsyth. Feel free to say your outro here.
Get me the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna 41% myself.
Gonna Fortnite. I don't fucking care. Bad outro.
Why won't you adopt me? I'm not gonna say it! Why won't you adopt me? Because you're black!